Welcome back, friends. So in this video we will going to discuss one of the important aspect of the budget, which is the tax in the budget. So we'll look at the few points and try to understand them. One point is that you must be already knowing that that government has reduced the corporate tax to 22% plus some surcharge and other things in the month of September 2018-19. So now over and above that, they have provided the corporate tax reduction to 15% if you set up any manufacturing company or power sector company. Okay, new company if you set up, whatever the profit that company that will generate, only 15% of a tax will be levied. Okay, this is the important point. Another thing is the tax concession for the sovereign wealth fund has been there. The sovereign wealth fund is basically, let's say, government of some other countries investing into India. Okay, like some Saudi Arabian government is going to invest into India. So that is called sovereign fund. Okay, so whatever the profit they will generate, no tax will be levied. 100% taxation benefit will be there, provided that investment into the infrastructure sector, and there will be 3-year lock-in period should be there. Okay, so that is important thing to be known. Next is tax benefit to the startup has been there. So now what was means it was already there, now it has been extended. That is 100 crores of profit would be, if your profit is 100 crore rupees, 100% tax benefit with no tax will be levied for 3 years, consecutive 3 years in 10 years. That need to be understand. So it's like if you're generating the profit in 18, 19, 20, sorry, 19 to, you will generate the profit for, let's say, for the next 10 year, but within that 10 year, for the 3 year you can take a 100% tax benefit. So generally it will take, they will take the tax benefit in when they are making the maximum profit. Another thing for the startup tax is that if you are giving the ESOP, and through the ESOP is nothing but employee stock options. Okay, it's a type of option which is given to the employee as a remuneration. So there will be no tax on that thing, that is deferred. Okay, means there will be tax but not immediately, sometime in future. Now for the corporate society, the concession tax rate has been proposed. So earlier in September 2019, the tax exemption is for the companies. For the corporate society, same tax exemption is there, that is 22% concession tax. So 22% would be tax on over and above the 10% of our surcharge, which is tax on the tax. Then 4% of cess would be levied. Okay, provided corporate society is not taking any other exemptions, like in the September 2019 announcement also, the concession tax rate is only for those companies which are not taking any other concession, any other exemptions. Turnover threshold for the audit for the MSME has been increased. This another thing is extension for the time limit pertaining to the tax benefit for the affordable houses. So earlier, like, your house should be made, that is under tax affordable housing is some time, like I think it was 31st March 2020. Now even if you are getting the approval of the affordable housing till 31st March 2021, so whatever the interest payment would be there on that house would be exempted up to 1.5 lakh. Issuance of a unique registration number for all charity institutions, so that there easy tax compliance is there. And health cess is also imposed on the import of the medical equipment. Okay, so if your equipment are importing, so health cess will be levied, okay, on that, for which is a 4%. Vivad se Vishwas scheme has been there, which has been launched, which is basically to settle the dispute or litigation in the direct taxes. Okay, so what with this, that is, if you having any tax litigation or payment due, pay that before 30th June 2020. All the tax, interest and penalty which is need to be paid by 31st 2020. So you will pay only the taxes, no interest or penalty. For example, you need to pay 100 rupees of a tax, but it is disputed on the court. Okay, now you need not to pay any penalty or any interest on this 100 rupees. You just pay 100 rupees as a tax, which is Vivad se Samvad Vishwas. It is related to the direct taxes, that you should remember. I think into the taxes, that dividend distribution tax has been removed. And earlier what used to happen, if company is there, company is paying dividend to shareholder, so the company cut out this dividend distribution. Let's say 100 rupees of a dividend company announces, okay, and they cut out 15%, that is 50 rupees they have cut out and deposit to the government. okay, and dividend holder will get only 85 rupees. Okay, this was the dividend distribution tax which is cut by the company given to the government. Now this has been removed. Now who will pay this dividend? If a shareholder is receiving this dividend, he will pay that dividend distribution tax. Okay, whatever the shareholder is receiving, he will pay the money to the government. Okay, so this has been introduced. So traditional way है, classical system यही है. India में थोड़ा different था. Okay, so what it will benefit to the people who is a foreigner people. Okay, Indian को तो क्या होगा? Indians earlier the taxes cut by the company, now they are getting dividend, so they will declare their dividend as an income, and income would be that they will give the tax on that dividend. Okay, further new income tax slabs has been introduced. This is the new income tax system, which is a lower than the previous system, but no exemption would be there, like your ATC, ATA, those type of things would be there. That is simplifying the taxing system. Now it is an optional. You can means any person either take this as an income tax, means they can file their income tax as per this table or the earlier year tables. If they want go for earlier year tables, so tax rate of earlier will be levied, but you can take the exemption there, like ATC type of thing. If you're implementing or practicing this regime, this table, okay, so then no exemption would be there, like ATC type of thing would be not be there. So it will vary from person to person, depending on in which tax bracket is lying. So whether old regime would be beneficial or new regime would be beneficial. Further they will that is simplify the GST return. Okay, refund process will be fully automated. Okay, so this is the few steps which has been taken for the tax implementation. I would say it comes under the government or financial sector, both of them you can say that, so that you should understand. Okay, so now okay, so this with this we have ended the taxes part. Remember to read the spotting document on the taxes, which is this document, spotted document for the taxes, which you should read, and things will be very much clear to you. Thank you very much. Thank you for listening. If you have any doubt, anything, you can always comment. Thank you.